Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about meditation and my experience and recommendations with it, what I've learned, and how you can get started and expectations and stuff. And I'm thinking through to make this more organized, but I'm just going to talk through, and then at the end of this video, maybe or maybe not, I'll have worked this through myself. And I'll maybe know the flow afterwards. But why meditate? It helps with self-awareness and slowing down, being able to handle any situation just better. Like waiting in line, getting impatient turns into a meditation exercise. Like to be calm in a storm, that's what meditation will give you. To respond instead of react in an argument. All of this is related to mindfulness and meditation. It just kind of removes yourself from your thoughts and your emotions and your immediate reaction and helps you separate the voices in your head and the feelings that you have versus who you are at your core. And helps you to be more aware of what you're doing and why, which is super helpful for behavior change too. So if you're not doing what you want to be doing, meditation and mindfulness helps you to stop living on autopilot and to live more intentionally. And in meditation, the point is, no matter what you're doing, be so super curious about you in the experience. There is no wrong way to do it. There is no perfect way to do it either. I was talking to my friend yesterday. She was saying how she feels so resistant to meditation right now, and she hasn't been doing it. She hasn't even been going to yoga, and yoga is one of the ways that she meditates. And she was telling me how she went to this yoga class yesterday. She has been going to yoga very not much, and we're both yoga teachers. And she went to a yoga class because she's trying to do it more because she knows she needs to meditate, and that is one way that she does. And she was getting really annoyed at the teacher the entire time. And when she's telling me this, she's like, what is this trying to teach me? And I said, you know what? Your brain sometimes is so resistant to the thing that you need most. When I'm more stressed or more hype in a bad way, more anxious, I'm way more resistant to doing the things that will calm me down. It's even harder to sit in the silence when I haven't been practicing it and when I probably need it the most. When I need to go to acupuncture the most, which is one of the ways I calm down, when I need it the most, I usually really don't want to go. And I'm I hate this. I really don't want to go at all. I hate the process of it. And then I go and I feel a million times better. And sometimes that's when, for me with acupuncture, I'll have a huge drop off a cliff. I'll come in really hot or really anxious, and then I'll be so zen. It seems I'm high or something. Just so relaxed after. So my point is, be curious about your experience, because you could go to yoga class and your brain the entire time is I hate this. This is the worst teacher ever. They're so annoying. They're so bad. I would do this differently. Or you might be in meditation being I hate this so much. And now you're super fidgety. You're looking around. You're maybe even walking around when you set a timer, or you're listening to a guided meditation and you're just so antsy. Maybe you even pick up your phone 3 times during the meditation. Allow it. Completely allow it and be so curious about it. Wow, that's an interesting thing that in a 5-minute meditation, I couldn't not pick up my phone to scroll during that time. So the point is not for your brain to be empty. It's to give yourself space for things to happen. So my friend once told me that they sit in silence just to unravel, and that they need to sit on the couch to just completely unravel. And that completely changed the game for me. I'm I have an hourglass. I don't have it It's in the other room right now. I have a picture I'll show you. How can I make this actually bigger? So I have an hourglass, and I remember, especially in the beginning of socializing or going to new events and new people, where maybe I had more of a mask on and I would get more anxious, I would feel pretty sometimes drained after those things, and I would come home, flip my hourglass, that's a 30-minute thing, and just sit on the couch and watch my sunset picture, and just imagine the unraveling. And so, see that yarn? That's how I picture your brain. You're just building, and it comes into a knot. Every single thought and experience and person that you interact with, sometimes it can all kind of build up. And then what we want to do is let it kind of unravel. It's loosening that knot. Let's imagine it's a really tight knot. It's tense, anxious, a lot going on, or just you're in that state, and then let it just have space to breathe. And there's no perfect way to unravel. That might include your first meditation, walking around and on your phone. And then I found this picture. I don't know this book, but this is exactly what I'm, you don't need to read the text. It says The Art of Unraveling, though. I don't know that book, but that's how I kind of picture. I don't really like the pulling, but yeah, just that space to decompress is how I view meditation. So, okay. So sometimes it will take an hour and a half or more for me. And I'm not meditating for an hour and a half every day, but sometimes I will. I have a few times in my life flipped that meditation glass 3 times before I really felt that peace and calm and that drop of you'll know, and you might not get there in the beginning, and that's okay, but you'll know the feeling of for me, when you're just completely present and you're completely content, you're feeling you're enough, you're floating around, time is not a thing, you just being is the state that I'm kind of working towards, I think, when I do the flipping and the unraveling. And sometimes, again, to tell you, it'll take an hour and a half or more for me to get to that space sometimes. So if 10 minutes go by and your mind still feels busy, that's completely okay. And you're still having a positive impact by doing that. You don't need to get to that space of complete calm and peace for the meditation to be worth it or working. And that's completely okay and expected. Just take note, because it takes a while to completely open up the space. And what else did I want to say on that? I've also heard that meditation is like a muscle. So every time your mind goes away, and you come back, you are building that muscle. And that is actually the work, is the coming back to the moment. So it's not better if you have a completely clear mind. Nothing is better or worse, but I would even argue that if you keep getting kind of pulled or distracted, and you're pulling yourself back, oh wait, I want to be doing this, let's come back to this moment, let's let that thought go. Oh, I'm noticing I'm thinking, let's let it go. That will, every time you come back, you're getting in reps, because in real life, that's where the mindfulness comes in. And that muscle is the thing that you're gonna wanna have. So when I'm at my restaurant that I love, that takes freaking forever, the line is long, it takes forever for the food to be made, but the food is so amazing. And when I think, I kind of snap back and catch myself being impatient and frustrated. I'm oh, let's use this as a meditation exercise. Like, let's focus on our breath and be calm and present and enjoy the ride. What's the rush? Like, me being able to do that is because of this muscle of coming back. Do you see what I mean? So me being, if my brain was completely nothing for 2 hours, that wouldn't necessarily help me in that situation of being frustrated in real life, because it's about noticing the triggers and the things that bring your attention away from this moment and bringing it back. Okay, but I'm talking about all these things with meditation, but you might not even know what meditation is, and it does look differently for everybody. So I want to share some. I'm going to throw maybe a lot at you, and again, I'm going to say just different kinds of meditation. So there is guided meditation. So actually, I started in high school. My high school lacrosse coach taught me what meditation was, and she said just sit on your bed for 5 minutes, or like in the morning or at night, and do absolutely nothing. So I think I would wake up and do 5 minutes of just try to think of nothing, basically. And I will still, I have a stopwatch that sometimes I'll use, and I'll set the timer, and I'll try to just do nothing for that time. And if it's, because if it's too much to think about your thoughts, or like try to think of nothing, or to notice your thoughts, even just, I say even start with doing nothing for 5 minutes. Besides, you could look at a candle, you could look at water, you could look at a painting, an hourglass, or close your eyes. Just practice doing nothing. And then another thing you could do during that time is focus on breathing. You could breathe. I would maybe take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So let's actually do a few. So this would be like a few minute meditation. And this is kind of what I would do in the beginning of yoga classes. Like, take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, sigh it out. In through the nose, deep breath in. Big open mouth, exhale. In through the nose, longest breath that you've taken all day. Maybe hold at the top. When you're ready, open your mouth, sigh it out. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out through your nose. In through your nose. And out through your nose. Take a few more on your own, just like that. Option to close your eyes. Breathe into the belly. Feel it expand on the breath in. And relax on the way out. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Now begin to notice the state of your mind, the state of your body, any emotions coming up. Does this feel easy or difficult today? Do you feel the resistance or antsiness? Or does it feel relaxed? Are we just chilling and breathing? not judging wherever you're at, just noticing, being curious. Take 5 more breaths on your own. Breathing in, breathing out. Nothing to do but focus on the breath. And at the end of your 5th breath, slowly blink your eyes open if you feel ready. Slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. Coming back to this space. Notice how you feel. Is your energy a little bit different? A little bit calmer? Does your body feel a little more relaxed? Thank you for joining me. I'll continue on with the different types of meditation. That's a little combo of focusing on your breath, just noticing and being, and a guided meditation. So I love starting with a guiding meditation, guided. I started during COVID with the Calm app, and they have a 7-day trial. I highly recommend. I started with this 30 days mindfulness for beginners. Highly, highly, highly recommend. I've recommended it to many people. It's 10 minutes a day. It's a free trial, no excuse. Put your headphones on, and again, if you're not used to it, it might be really challenging at first. That's okay. Let yourself put on your headphones, press day 1, and if you end up walking around while you listen to it, so be it. There are many times in my life that I would listen to this, and like the first several days I'm walking around, and then one day I'm like more still, or I'm sitting and a little bit fidgety, looking around, but then like as time goes on, if you keep on showing up and exposing yourself to the words and breathing and the exercises, you will, I think you'll calm down and just get into it. But I want to do another video on this too, but practice just showing up. It does not need to be perfect. It does not need to be long. Okay, so this is the hourglass I have. In case you're wondering, I highly recommend. So, guided meditation, I like those apps. You can also start with, you could listen and walk, do like a guided walking meditation. They even have those on the app. I'm sure there are also ones on YouTube. I just haven't done them recently, so I don't have a recommendation for you, but you could also do a mindful walk for 5-10 minutes and just walk slowly, be present. This is where mindfulness also comes in, like just being mindful and observing the things around you, like the feeling of the air or the breeze, looking at the trees. You could also do yoga. You could go to a studio or do 15 minutes or however much time with Yoga with Adriene is great on YouTube. So many classes for free. And yoga will typically have a little meditation in the beginning and a shavasana, like longer rest meditation at the end. And throughout the practice too, just go into it with the intention of, I want to be present and meditate and focus on my breath. And a good teacher will probably bring up the breath anyway and guide you through and help you to just be in the moment as you flow. Vinyasa yoga or yin yoga are the slower ones, by the way, like yoga sculpt. There are some classes, some teachers that are more like for the exercise part of it, but I would say for the meditation part, find a teacher that's slower and reach out to me if you have any questions on that. Okay, I would highly recommend you read The Power of Now. Go buy it. Or you could probably find it for free if you have any of those free libraries every once in a while. Or I'm sure it's at a lot of bookstores, like used bookstores and stuff too. So I swear this made me sleep so well, just reading one page a night. It has so many points in the book where it asks you to pause for a minute, so do that. I read this again in 2020, only like half of it or something, and it impacted me so much and really helps you. It describes how you're so not your thoughts, and just in this present moment, there are literally never any problems. Like if you're truly, truly present, just that you just feel like love and joy and like this peace that is unmatched. I don't know. It's crazy. Really, really good book. I just finished it for the second time that I read it. I also want to bring up breath work. If you've known me for a while, you know I was absolutely obsessed with breath work. I was doing it 3 times a week last year in the summer, and I was on the like highest high of my life. Like I'm kind of in one of those modes now, just like high vibing, like extremely aligned, and that's how I was with this, doing breath work all the time too. It really helps you connect with yourself. And this is way more active of a thing, but it helps like reset your nervous system and like process things and all this stuff. I don't know. Let me know if you want to hear more specifically on breath work, but this is what I'm talking about is like Wim Hof. Also, let me know because there's like a 5 p.m. class with one of my favorite teachers on Zoom, 5 p.m. Pacific time. DM me on Instagram at How I Live My Life if you want more information on that. But the type of breath work I'm talking about is, Breathe with Sandy or Wim Hof are 2 that you could look up on YouTube. So this is very intense. You like that, but with your eyes closed, like you're breathing into your belly. I guess there are different ways, but basically like intense breathing where you're like, I want to say like messing with the oxygen. You're playing with the oxygen and carbon dioxide, I don't know. You're playing with the amount of oxygen that's like in your brain, and like people say it's like a mushroom trip. It's crazy. This is like something that helps people like addicts and recovery and stuff like this. It's just another tool in your toolbox, I would say. But that's a little bit more intense and sometimes longer, although there is a 10-minute one on YouTube, I know, for Wim Hof. It just helps you connect back to yourself and makes you feel like really good after. And sometimes you'll have an emotional release, and also sometimes your hands will be tingly and stuff. Like this is something that you want to do when you're not going to be bothered and you're like ready to lean in, and just know that whatever you experience during that time is normal and it's all safe and everything, but it can definitely be intense. Well, I think that's all I want to say today on meditation. Whatever you do, I just want to reemphasize whatever you do, even if that's 3 breaths or 3 minutes looking at the water. That's what I did today. Even a cold plunge. I used to do a meditation in a cold plunge or a sauna. Like, there's so many ways to meditate, and don't think it needs to be an hour every single day, or it has to be when you first wake up, and it has to be for at least 10 minutes. Like, find the little moments when you can to just practice coming to the moment, noticing what's going on in your body, in your mind. And yeah. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you want me to dive deeper into. My name is Emily. I'm a mindset coach and a life designer, and I want to help you to build community. And part of, I think, a really good community is you being your best self, because your best self and you living your best life is not only the best thing for you, it's the best thing for everybody around you. My breathwork teacher that I love, she always says that the best gift to everyone you come in contact with is a regulated nervous system, and meditation, all of these things in this video is just a way to help you be your best self with yourself and in relation to others. So it's good stuff. Well, is that all I have to say? If you want to follow me on Instagram at How I Live My Life, same as my YouTube, and I'm always I often do, you can sign up for a clarity call with me if you want to work one-on-one or do group coaching with me. And I have what's it called? I've been doing life design calls, like 1 half-hour session with people, just to do a life audit, life design, like where are you at now and where do we want to go, and then helping you figure out what the best move would be for you to do this week. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can DM me the word design and we can set something up. But I look forward to talking to you soon, and thank you so much for joining me. Hit subscribe, hit like, these things do matter, and I so appreciate you being here and your support. And I want to keep adding more and more things of value for you all, so it really helps when I get to interact with you in the DMs and stuff. I love it. And the coaching calls, like, it makes my life, like, it's my best life to be connecting with all of you. So thanks for giving me this opportunity, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.